Welcome to Marlowe House Presents Friday Night Hangouts. I'm Andrew Marlowe.
I'm Monica Marlowe.
I am Mick Peacock.
Yes, you are.
It's not quite as blue as it used to be.
No, it is fading a little bit,
Now you're more silvery.
which is cool. I like it.
You're silver fox.
That's because Silverhawk. If we're gonna stick with birds,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then it keeps with the cartoon theme too.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Cartoon themes.
Woo. Because we need enough excuses to have cartoon themes.
Like you don't need a whole lot of excuses to be cartoons around here.
Nope.
It's true.
No, it's totally true.
So, welcome back. It's your first time. You're going to want to watch last week's show first because this is like part 3.
Part 2.
Well, it's part 2,
Part
but
2.
we had a break. Last week was 2 episodes worth, so it's technically part 3.
Yeah, but we haven't actually posted any of those on YouTube, so.
Oh well, then you're out of luck.
Because I'm slacking.
That's what I went looking for today.
To watch the end of this.
Settled on the Sean K. Reynolds interview.
Yeah. Sean K. Reynolds was here
But
with us.
it does kind of make
Tuesday.
it hard to prep for it if you can't watch what we ended with. But I can tell you what we ended with.
Oh, delightful.
We're on a train and it's about to blow up.
It's wrecking.
Yes, it's wrecking. It's
that's
not
not
good.
so delightful.
That's terrible. Yeah,
As I recall, it was
I was making a hard decision. Do I try to save the kid or do I try to save us? And I chose us. And then Andrew said, okay, that's where we'll stop and we'll see you next week.
And you were like, no. People were like cliffhangers.
Yeah,
And
and
I
then
was
like
like,
nobody's
yay.
back. Where is everybody?
Well,
I'm sure they all have lives.
they probably do.
We don't,
and
but
they may
they do.
catch up. And frankly, it's posted on.
It's not posted on YouTube.
No, but it's in Twitch.
Oh, is it?
It's in. Twitch
Oh, yeah.
for a
Or
while.
I'll show.
I think
show
actually
again.
last week's is even still on Twitch.
Is it? Okay.
It could be.
Yeah, because I think it archives like at this point it'll archive at least 4 or 5 of our videos at a time.
Oh, okay. So usually it's like the last 3 shows.
Like the last 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So.
But Twitch doesn't have an app for the Apple TV yet,
No, they don't.
which I assume is because of the chat logs.
Probably among other things, yeah.
Probably.
Because Twitch is owned by Amazon.
There's an Amazon Prime app.
All right, well,
Well, there you have it.
Ta-da!
ta-da! Things you learn.
Which means I can watch The Tick.
Oh yeah, which I still need to play catch up on.
Yeah, I need to play catch up.
Yeah,
on.
you do.
Yeah. If you have not already checked us out, we are on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Marlowe House, just like it is here on Twitch. We are still about 40 or so viewers shy on YouTube
I think
as
it's more
followers.
than that. No, I think it's a lot more than that.
I thought we had 50.
We had 60 something, but I think
We only have to have 100 to get the right URL.
Oh, that's right, for the
That's
URL.
what I'm talking about.
I forgot.
Yeah, he just didn't want to let me finish what I was saying. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you have followed us here but have not followed us over on YouTube, please go do so now. When you search for Marlowe House, we are actually the first Marlowe House that comes up now. All those other fancy schmancy places that call themselves Marlowe House are not us. So,
Yeah.
the one about something being delivered to Marlowe House, that's not our house. Don't watch that one. You'll see our smiling faces.
And maybe some new art on some of those covers. 'cause
Yes.
Some of those have like the Sean K. Reynolds interview, and yes, we have a Sean K. Reynolds interview if you haven't been watching.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I did on.
I don't know. Which one did you do?
I forget. Oh, the Cipher System Toolbox has a new fancy new cover.
We need
So-
to start writing this stuff down so we remember what we did from day to day.
I'm looking forward to this little bit of vacation to play catch up on the things that I've been meaning to do but haven't had a chance to.
I know. So
And then we're going to be out of town, and so I don't know how that's going to work.
right. So next Tuesday we will definitely be on for insights and inspiration. But next Friday we are going to be in Chicago playing games with friends. And so we are not exactly sure what Friday night will look like.
Friday night may be a pre-recorded show, or it may be an empty screen. And if it's empty, I apologize. It'll depend on whether I can figure out how to launch a pre-recorded show in Twitch with a schedule.
Okay.
So if I can schedule it and we can get one filmed, even if it's a short show, we may have something.
It might be on Facebook Live on our phones. I mean, we just don't know.
Twitch on our phones.
It might be Twitch on our phones. We don't know. It'll be an adventure, like always. But Scott won't be there.
We're planning. But Scott will be on Monday.
Yes, Scott
What?
has a new show.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
And channel and everything.
I know.
It's true.
So tell us about it, Scott POV.
Scott's POV. Yeah.
Which I really. Oh wait, maybe I am.
Oh, you do. You still have it, don't you?
I do. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
There's the setup.
There's the setup.
But all you really got to see was Scott's art in the top of his head. But that's okay. That's really the best part of Scott anday.
The top of his
That's
head.
where all the images come from.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah. Do you still have the video? Because Time Magazine has no idea who the hell I am.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
If not, no big deal. Swing by the channel. You can even get a glimpse of Spider-Man before we start.
You can see the kitty cat.
Freddie, yes, we had a guest appearance by Freddie Meowcurie.
Yes, he loved on you.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Oh, there it is. So fancy.
And we're talking about
Did you listen?
some jerk with an opinion of way too many toys.
That would be me.
That would be you.
But I have Lego Smout, and that's what matters.
That's what
And a tick.
And a tick.
And Voltron.
Got a couple of Voltrons.
That's a dragon. I agree.
The Asian dragon was so much fun to draw. Oh, to be fair, Freddie did really friends. He just doesn't do
Who deserves that?
the human.
I think that was
Oh, you got the one that predates all the information being filled in.
You didn't give me one with all the information for that.
Yeah,
That'd be
because
the
it
one
was
that
like
I aired last
the
night.
film, like filmed by me, made by me.
Yeah.
I'm me.
It had a little bit more of a
Me.
Deadpool approach to it.
I did. You know what?
Produced by some douche.
Also accurate.
Right?
Well, you know. Go with what you know.
Yes. Well, it is.
I put for
There's a certain level of self-awareness that goes into a lot of the things that I do.
Well, you know, when I did our trailers, and I used the same functionality when I did the 2 trailers that we have currently,
Mhm.
I used I used our names for some things. I left your cat on for part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I used NPC names from various things that we've done, played, and
or our PC names
well, PC and
NPCs. Yeah.
So I can totally get on board with that.
Well, it is 1:15 and nobody else is here, so why
That's
don't we go
all right,
ahead and
'cause
get started?
We're gonna start with.
They'll just be missing out.
We'll just start with where we left off ish,
Okay.
barring any continuity errors that may come from
Well, if you catch a continuity error, keep it to yourself.
who, me.
Not you, them. They can complain.
I mean, that's like half the fun of watching movies.
Yes. Oh, you can complain to us at marlowhousegames@gmail.com.
It's like the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire where he's practicing web shooting.
Uh-huh.
And he finally hits the Dr. Pepper can. And then Aunt May knocks on the door. Peter, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. The Dr. Pepper can is there.
And it's not.
There's no web anywhere.
That's like small potatoes compared to some of the double shots.
Or like the Mountain Dew that was in Forrest Gump.
Which one was it? Was it a newer? Was it
a new can design?
A new can design.
Oops.
In the past. Well, that's because they live in a different continuum of time.
Obviously. Because Forrest Gump was there.
So.
Or like Wash being dead at the end of Serenity, but he's alive and well during Firefly.
Yes. Too soon, man. Too soon.
No, I say that because that's the order Leslie watched in.
Oh.
She walked in on our friends watching Serenity, and like they're all in tears, and she's like, "Why do I feel bad about this guy?"
They're like, "You have to watch this."
And then I made her watch. And then I made her watch Firefly.
And then she.
It makes so much sense now.
If you ever want to crush someone you love's heart, you make them watch the 15 hours of Firefly Serenity.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
15 hours of Firefly, and then you say, well, and they made a movie. It's great.
Yeah. Well, there's 13 hours of episodes.
And then you don't warn them.
Total 15 hours.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They tie up a bunch of the loose ends.
Yes, they definitely make sure that it's a finale. I mean, Book dies and spoilers.
Really, you're just like vicious.
That movie is 10 years old. If you have not watched it by now,
but there are people whose kids are only just now reaching the age where they can.
They're not watching us
yet.
Oh, well, I guess we should start putting a. I guess we should start.
I need to put a spoiler warning on this.
Monica will spoil everything.
Her name is not Adam.
I know, but she ruins everything in a different way.
Oh, okay.
Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Too soon, man. Too soon. Maybe not.
I want to know what 23andMe has to say about that. How do you swab the inside of that respirator?
They took it off in Empire. Obviously, he has to be able to take it off. They also took it off in Jedi.
Thing, that entire canister that
comes off
and makes that awesome noise.
I think that's just the popping of a soda can, personally.
I mean, remember when we had the discussion about being a Foley artist?
Yes. So there's actually
and the things that I can do with a Foley.
So there's actually a book by
Every time
Brett
you
Burt.
say that is an entirely different meaning to me.
So
I've been living with a nurse for too long.
So Brett Burt.
Now I do it on purpose.
Brett Birch wrote a book about doing sound effects for the Star Wars. It is a really good book. Yes, those are the things I read.
Actually, it was really cool.
It was really cool because he talked about how he captured the different sounds and created them and stuff like that. And I was really disappointed.
Where they came from and Wookiee noises.
Mm-hmm. I was disappointed that they did not bring him back for the new series, new trilogy. He was one of the few people that was still alive that did not return. I felt like that was not very cool on Disney's part.
I saw a thing about the sound effects they used to do for Doctor Who when it started, and I feel like they said something about the original TARDIS sound effect was created by putting like a metal washboard inside one of the big tin wash tubs, and then running a large industrial spring down the washboard.
That's awesome. So that grinding sound, that's how they made the grinding sound.
Neat.
I love watching the film of the like Disney the cartoon sound people. But even in like Orphan Annie, the movie Annie, where they like show them like stomping their feet and stuff like that, is old radio.
Yeah,
it was definitely a job I would have been up for.
Yeah, the old radio sound effects were fun.
Yeah, they were neat. All right, so let's blow up a train.
We don't get really fancy sound effects.
We have Scott. What else do we need?
Well, I really thought about breaking out our Sirenscape for this tonight, but I got lazy. I was too busy trying to put other things together.
Yeah.
So, we don't have any fancy sound effects.
Nope.
We don't have any fancy video effects. No animations for us.
Boo.
So,
No, but if you back us at patreon.com/MarloWhouse, we will eventually be able to afford that stuff. Carry on.
Or at least stills.
At least we can buy art.
We could do like the old Batman stickers, just bam, pow.
That's what we should do. We should
splat.
get like those like the photo booth things where they have like, you know, the little signs and stuff like that. I'm gonna work on that while we're on vacation.
I could do that actually here on the screen too if I had the right stuff.
Sorry, people at home. I just smacked the mic.
Because I could just put, you know, in the hierarchy of things and highlight it and turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on.
Well, get to it.
All right. Well, everybody's going to need to hang out here for a little bit while I go off to the internet and find things. No,
that's okay.
So, actually, we don't have any fancy video equipment. We don't have any fancy sound effects tonight. So we're going to have to go all theater of the mind.
Okay.
Last left off, the train was hurtling along and then suddenly came to an abrupt halt as things started to explode.
Well, it didn't really come to a halt. We're still moving. They're just falling off the track.
The front of it kind of came to a halt, and it kind of crimped up, and it turned, and cars went turning, and then they started to accordion and crash into one another, sliding and skidding off the rails, tumbling around. It's basically a terrible sound of twisting metal screeching along the rails, flames kicking up, and you guys kind of get tumbled about a bit as everything continues to hurtle, now out of control, forward. So what are you doing?
Well, at last I recall, I was trying to pull the pin out of the car ahead of us and ours.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to be making a mic check.
Yes.
All right. I have a 9 on the die, but I also have the additional might. So is that 3 levels to that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that'll be effectively a 6.
So that pops it right out.
Okay. And then if Scott doesn't do something, I have something else to do next.
I kind of figured you might like kick the one in front to get it going ahead.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drop down below it and start digging in.
Yeah. Trying to basically make yourself a break.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm not going to be able to get to the wheels. So I'm going to have to like just brace. And like
do that,
shoulder.
that Spider-Man thing.
Yeah. And then dig up all the wood. I'm sure that I'm going to tear up this train track.
Okay.
Now, if I remember right, the car that we were in is the one that was directly attached to his personal car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right. So we're at the end of the
very back.
We're at the very back
the very
now.
back of the train. You can see where the front end of the train is, like, you know, tumbling in, and that's where all that like craziness is happening, and you are hurtling towards
the engine, basically
the growing pile of train cars. You have not yet derailed, but it is bouncing around a lot more than it should, because as they do that, each car in the train links kind of like leaves the track and is buckling around. So you kind of like pull that pin, and the whole thing kind of back down as the other cars are kind of, you know,
falling off and
fishtailing and wobbling far to the sides, side to side vertically. They're doing a deep wobble as everything's kind of folding up and crashing. And
all right, so I drop down and then brace up against it.
All right. Well, actually, was Scott doing something?
Well, I
else?
don't know.
Who did you piss off then?
Oh, he's gonna be lippy.
'Cause I'm at the back talking to Odd Job and the provider of payment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice way of putting it. I can't remember.
I
his
didn't want to
name.
spoil it by saying the dead man.
Hey, dead dude. Not dead yet.
Who did you lot piss off then?
They're like, kind of look at each other. The box. Get the box.
I got the box.
Oh no, you put it in. They took it from you. I thought they
I
took
didn't
it
take it
from
off
you.
yet.
I
It's
thought
still
we've
strapped
been
to my back.
we've been riding the train. I thought you had to pass it in.
He just strapped it on.
Because we were running to catch up. You had the girl strapped to your back.
I thought we rode on the train for a while before it
And
happened.
then you guys fell off. You guys ended up off the train, didn't you?
Yeah, and then we ran to catch up to it,
Right.
and then we've been riding the train.
Not for that long.
No, we basically got to the train. You went to the front car. I was at the back door talking to the guy who's been alchemically altered.
Okay.
And then the train just started going all stupid and Magneto.
Okay. That's not how I remember it, but if that's the way we're going to go with it, then I will be happy to go that way. So,
Like I said, continuity errors may happen.
all right.
That was how I remembered it, but that I could be wrong too. Because we should have reviewed. But
Well, if I wish I'd known that, I wouldn't have sent the girl into the front car since I was popping the right between the cars. That's the only reason I ask.
well, you're bringing your car to a stop. And
Yes,
she's on with you, so
No, I sent her to the car in front of us, but I wouldn't have done it if it had happened that quickly.
oh, I thought you were stopping both cars, the private car and the train.
How was I going to stop their car? I just disentangled the two cars. I just unlocked
I thought
them.
you unlocked those two from the front of the train.
I would have to be in front of that car. I'm in front of this car.
Oh, so yeah, you wouldn't have probably sent her across.
See, that's what I'm
See,
saying.
no, I thought you were I thought you had gone to the front of the secondary car and were uncoupling all the ones belonging to your employer.
No. The caboose and the car we were in first got ditched because someone attacked us. Then we spent hours or minutes catching up to the train. And then we got on top of their car after we showed up, and he was talking to the people in the back, and I jumped on top. I far stepped on top so they wouldn't see the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came down over the front of that last car, and I sent the girl in front to the car in front of us. Then I thought we were perched on top of the car.
You sent her to the part of the train that is now actively
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But if it had happened closer together, there wouldn't have been time for me to do that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I don't remember it being the way you said it was.
There hasn't been a whole lot of time. There was basically enough time for you to get onto the train, move forward, and as soon as you loaded her on, that's when the wreck starts to happen.
Well, then I wouldn't have loaded her on. That's what I'm saying.
But you wouldn't have known. It happened as soon, like shortly after she was loaded into the next train.
Okay.
Right?
That's fine.
Well,
That's what we're going to do.
Well, I'm just trying to verify.
That's fine. That's what we're going to do.
All right. I'm trying to verify what you were planning to do, and so we can go forward in the correct way.
Okay. I don't remember it the way you guys do. This is what we have decided we are doing, so we will move forward with this.
Okay. Okay. So she's been loaded into the other part of the train. You're bringing the back part to a stop, or do you want to try to get on her train then at that point?
No, I got to stop the one behind us because I don't want to be crushed where I'm at, and I surely don't want to fall off of it. I can far step at any given time.
Okay.
I don't have to be here. I can be anywhere. I'm just trying to make sure that dumbass doesn't die.
Okay.
And the guy who's going to pay us. Unless he dies at the girl's
All right,
hand.
so go ahead and start.
That's another 9.
Okay.
So it's a difficulty 6.
So that's a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
You plant your feet and
I didn't say I think it would be easy.
That's going to deal you 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Your armor's going to eat 3 points of that.
All right, so I have 1 might left.
And it continues on for a bit before slowing down.
That's all I needed to do.
You are breaking bits of wood off, and it's just sending gravel and splinters and sparking on the rails as the train eventually starts to come to a slowdown. The other parts are still catapulting away from you and into a terrible condition. You can see a little hand sticking out from the back, kind of going like,
really, that's what you're going to do to me now that we've just had that kind of conversation? Okay.
No. But you can see her like reaching for help. It's not wrecked yet.
So what are you doing? Are you going to keep talking, or are you going to try to stop this car?
Apparently, it's gone like way farther than it would have taken for me to notice that something just.
No, something's going wrong, and you can do your thing too.
Yeah. Because like, as soon as she plants feet into the thing, the whole thing should like lurch.
It does lurch. Yeah. So inside, it all kind of like.
And then it should be really easy to see since she's got the pin pulled. It should be really easy to see the rest of the train pulling away pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, man.
So you like charge through the
drop
train.
Down and grab the
back end.
The back
end.
Which should also help alleviate some of the damage she's taking.
Yep. So go ahead and split that damage between the two of you.
All right. So 5 and 5?
Yeah.
All right. So we take 2. All right. All right, so, and that's just 1 turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, if that's the case, then I will go ahead and spend intellect to far step again.
Okay.
See if I can get her out. Oh my gosh, it can't take you anywhere.
I dropped the thing.
You dropped the thing.
Fortunately, because the train is wrecking, it also isn't going as fast.
Well, parts of it aren't.
Well, yeah,
but they are still going with the same momentum. They're just not going in the same direction.
Right. And as they stop and start redirecting, they redirect energy. So,
all right.
Things are.
All right. So I far step to that car.
Okay.
And I can't far step with her, so we're just going to jump.
Okay. So you get there, you can see that this car is about to slam into something else. I want you to go ahead and give me a speed roll for your jump.
Okay.
Get yourself out of there before everything goes sideways any further. Scott, what are you doing at this point?
Just holding on to the back, trying to keep it from...
Still slowing it down just a little bit more.
All right, I'm going to spend some effort on this. So does this also count for the additional effort and speed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I actually have spent 2 effort. Oh my. Oh, it's an 11. These dice aren't any good either. They're too hard to read. So it's an 11 with 2 effort.
Okay.
So it's a 5.
All right, so you hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of roll and keep her carefully tucked between you and the rail ties and the rails. And come up, right? You can feel that you've got some serious, dings to your armor. It actually kind of hurts where you've done your roll, but not enough to actually like inflict damage. It's just you're a little sore. You kind of come up, right, and the train just finishes its wreck, and you can see this like billow of flame and smoke from the front.
Okay. I tell her to find somewhere safe, but I have to go back and find out what's going on.
Okay.
I'm probably not that far away from the train. I will run back rather than far step because I'm down to like all of my pulls.
All right. So the thing that you kind of didn't notice, I mean, you guys saw it, and particularly you, Scott, when everything kind of lurched. All three of the inhabitants of that car get tossed around, and you saw everybody kind of get knocked down. And as you come back into the car, you can see that the two bodyguard types,
Slim and
Oddjob, are laying at awkward and horrible angles on the ground.
So they are not really alive.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
However, the strangely augmented guy who has been your
payroll,
your money guy, unharmed.
I thought Oddjob was the augmented guy.
Oh yeah, he was one of the augmented ones.
So payroll
they were all augmented.
Okay.
But now you can kind of see that the guy who was bankrolling you has got augmentation, because you can see like his veins are all currently glowing.
Nice.
And then it kind of like recedes down.
That's handy.
Well, I guess I can't really take when I get back, I'm going to take a round to replenish.
Okay.
Because this is going to be bad.
Take a moment to breathe.
Yeah. So do you do some talking?
It's like,
do these suits have comms?
I really don't feel
talk. You can be heard.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
It's like talking through armor.
Okay.
You can be heard. He says,
all right then, who wants this thing bad enough for you to destroy a whole train?
Anybody who knows about it.
Oh, you know what? We need XP. I need 1 and he needs 4.
All right, well, we'll do that here in a second.
Okay. I might have needed that earlier.
And who all knew about it?
I didn't think there were that many people who knew about it. Over the continuing slight sound of like wreckage and things, as things are slowing down, you can hear from outside.
The hell was that?
He kind of goes white.
What do I see?
Color drains out. You're like looking, you can hear it, but you don't see much of anything yet. There's a lot of smoke billowing and nothing really to see.
Okay.
Not yet, at least. Go ahead and give me a perception roll and see what you might notice.
Okay.
Is this thing an egg? This thing better not be an egg.
It's not an egg.
I'm pretty sure I don't see anything. I got a 6.
He's like, it's not an egg.
Andrew will be right back. I don't know where they went.
It should have been right there with these.
Oh, well.
I think I got others.
I was going to say all we really need is just
a
something.
professional show.
I know. Well, this is what happens when you clean up and take down and put together and take down. And
that's why I don't clean. I lose everything.
I know.
I was going to say, you had to do blocking for the wedding.
Yeah. It's all my fault.
No, I wasn't blaming you. Because then we had to do the show with Sean.
And then come Sunday,
we'll take it all down.
We'll have to take it all down again because we'll be gaming. We got the octopuses.
Well, here, Scott needs one more. I actually was separating them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uno más.
Yeah, these are their. These were for the asset team, specifically.
The Money Cook Games.
The Money Cook Game
demo team, basically.
Yep, the demo team. We're so excited that they gave us the octopuses. the octopi. I don't know what the plurals are.
Octopoids?
Octopoids. The great old ones that I welcome to
Our
our alien masters that have come to rule over us.
Well, the Mystery Inc. gang managed to thwart my evil plot. I went back to jail, silently awaiting my master to rise from the depths to devour my unworthy soul.
Legit.
It sounds like a Call of Cthulhu plot.
Oh,
It's a,
octopossumuses.
yes.
That sounds about right.
Sounds reasonable.
It's a song
Sure.
from local comedian Mikey Mason
Oh, is it?
about
Is that the name of the song?
it's called Scooby Thulu.
Oh, Scooby Doo. I thought you were talking about the octopus and whatever.
Oh no.
Octopossumuses. That's what it is. Octopossumuses. Because it looks kind of like possum.
And welcome to the show.
Welcome
Hi,
to the
Terry.
show.
So,
So,
that sounds terrible.
what difficulty did you make?
Oh, I only rolled a 6.
Still,
Yeah, I mean,
you like
know,
that number a lot tonight.
No, I
actually-
rolled 9s.
Roll the white one.
I did roll the white one.
Oh, I thought you rolled the black one again.
No, I gave up on the black one already. It's too hard to read. The white one's not much easier to read, but it's better.
Okay.
That one kind of likes you, as I recall.
It has its moments. This wasn't one of them. Sorry, I'm tired.
It's okay. So, because he's from Florida.
Yes.
So, you heard this, and then this armored figure strides out of the smoke.
From behind me?
No, well, yeah, from up.
Because
from the
I'm
train.
walking away
Right.
from the train. So I hear it and I turn around.
It is in basically archaic plate armor.
Okay.
If plate armor was built for like 12-foot people, and it is not. It's got an unusual shape and gait to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit squat in the legs, and they're a little bit bow-legged, and its arms are really long.
So it looks like a gorilla in
It-
armor.
It kind of does look like a gorilla in armor
That's
coming-
gonna be good.
coming out of the smoke.
Okay, so at this point, I think far stepping might be worth doing. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the intellect to get back to as close to him as I can, because I know it has to be line of sight, and I really don't have line of sight on him.
Okay.
But I do have line of sight at the top of the train car. So that's where I will go.
Okay.
We got company.
I heard.
He's not good looking at all. We're going to be in trouble.
King, Scout.
All right. So your avian companion takes off into the air against all laws of physics
He's just rock. I mean, nothing beats rock.
and soars out and can see from above. And sure enough, it is a very large, like I said, it's about 10 to 12 feet tall, in plate armor, moving towards you.
So he's in metal armor, though.
Mm-hmm.
I look at our employer. Who is that guy?
He kind of moves back. He's like, I don't know.
You know, you say that, but your face kind of paled.
Did you hear it? It's like a monster it's like a demon out of stories.
Okay, so who did you steal this from? Really?
Took it from a claim.
No, you took it from a person.
Yeah. Well, a person.
Yes, a person, and you
Not
killed
a
him.
thing person.
Well, yes, but you killed him.
I don't know what that is. He motions.
Obviously, you knew someone else was going to come for this.
It was possible, but I didn't think.
I kind of look around behind me as it's approaching. I think you better talk faster because it's about to get here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to have to give you your money back.
Why? He ain't gonna be needing it in like 5 minutes.
Shh. Then we'll come back and get it off of his body.
It roars again. He's like, "Look, all right. I may have stole it from a settler who had done a dig, but this thing just slaughtered everybody who was on this train
Except you.
because of you.
I know, and I'm starting to regret my choices.
All right, so I'm a thief. That's a murderer.
Yeah, it's going to suck to be you.
I'll double your pay.
You're going to be dead.
Not if you keep me alive, and then I can double your pay."
I don't think I can take that thing. Do you think you can take that thing?
It does this thing. And it's like it's hitting a drum.
It's
Maybe.
maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it. I mean, I'm guessing it's still quite a bit of ways because of the distance that.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's got a pilot though.
I don't get that feeling from it.
Does it look like there's a spot for a pilot? Or
Is it
very
built gorilla-like?
Or is it built more like the bird?
It's really hard to tell from this distance. It is metal, and it's kind of got this, and it's coming through the black smoke and everything else. Go ahead and give me a perception check for the bird.
I use Eagle Eye.
Right. So, or that works too.
I'll use my Eagle Eye cipher. Vision is 10 times. I can see 10 times the distance for an hour.
Okay, so with that going on, you zoom in, and the first thing you kind of notice, and we're going to do this sort of anime style, so you like zoom in, and you like see that there's like fur sticking up between the plates and the armor, and you kind of like come up, and you can see that the armor has been dented a little bit. It's clearly got some alchemical markings that reinforce it and probably give it a little bit better agility than you would normally get out of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And as you kind of come up past those runes that are shimmering lightly, you can see staring out from underneath the helm a gorilla's face. This isn't a mech. It is actually a 12-foot tall gorilla in armor.
This is so cool.
Can you go talk to it? I hope you tell us that.
That is what I'm gonna check out real quick.
Okay. Well,
I just gotta look at my rules.
let me go through my Rolodex.
Calculates, carries.
No, really. Why don't you just do this? What is it?
Commands and controls. Boom.
Okay. I was going to say, because the book is right here.
No, not until tier 2.
So what can you do at tier 1?
Tier 1, I get a beast companion.
Oh, no.
I will go ahead and give you an asset if you want to try to talk to
I
me.
was going to say,
Okay.
can you have
Because
4
that
XP.
should fall. I would say that would fall into.
You have 4 XP. You can't buy it though until you're tier 2.
Yeah,
You
that
have
comes
to
as being
actually.
tier.
You have to actually level to tier 2.
Yup.
That's where that comes from.
Give me a minute.
Okay, I'll
Like-
stay here. Give me that though. I think it would be bad for you to go up with that because I think that's what it's
Unstrap the
looking
chest.
for. Put it on my back.
Okay.
I don't want it to kill you because that's what it's looking for. I'll stay here with dumbass.
Stay here with money bags.
Yeah.
He's like cowering behind your leg. Because we're going anime style. He's got the little teardrops coming off of his face, and he's actually like crouched down around your ankle.
Don't you pee back there.
All right, girl.
His eyes are extra wide.
Start talking to the armor. All right, girl. We're gonna ease up on him, real slow, like.
You kind of get that like that slight snort of satisfaction. Like, we're going into battle.
Oh yeah, we
Clearly
are.
a warhorse.
Oh yeah, we are.
And clearly been around long enough that she knows that,
That this thing's looking for a fight.
well, and that she can take it.
Yeah.
No longer a horse that's frail.
Don't run up on it, but kind of jog up
Okay.
and then slow down.
Okay, so you like jog up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of like gets down almost onto all fours, and it punches the ground.
Kind of adopt a side stance.
At this point, Scott,
Yep.
way it's bent over now, you can see that it appears to be like slung to its back, actually dwarfed by the broadness of its shoulders and everything else. It appears that there is a gun like strapped to it in the back.
Oh shit!
So it could,
Oh Lord, he coming.
so it could draw it and pull it and fire. The really frightening thing here is that it actually looks like a crank Gatling.
I'm gonna miss you.
Manual automatic.
Is this gonna take 10 minutes?
Probably not.
Damn.
It might. You could start your 10-minute rest.
I'm
If you
gonna-
get interrupted, you won't lose it.
Okay. I'm gonna do that as he leaves because I'm gonna probably.
So you're
need
just
it.
like taking a breather. And if you get it out to 10 minutes, then you'll be fine.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll change my stance. More of a side stance.
It
Head-
seems to be kind of ignoring the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't gone for it.
Head kind of low.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't look at it directly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the
Okay,
The
Jane
side eye?
Fossey.
hey there, fella. We don't mean you no harm.
Where is the device?
What's it look like?
Giant gemstone.
Oh, he's got us there.
About yay big.
That's the one. You've seen it. I can feel it.
Aye. What is it? What is it? What is it to you?
Power.
Power like how?
He kind of like gives you the look. Kind of like he starts moving in closer, and it's kind of like that shuffling. And he kind of gets up onto his two legs again a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he shuffles up a little bit closer, and he continues to close that distance.
Okay. I keep doing like the
And he's at this point he's no longer down on all fours. He's kind of coming at you, and he's got his arms kind of down a little bit. One looks like it could be ready to come up and swing a punch if he needed it to, and the other one looks like it's set to defend, or he may be readying to reach behind and grab. Either way, it's not far out of line to assume. But he keeps moving towards you, trying to close that distance.
How did you know about it?
I heard about it. People talk. And then I heard that someone got there first.
What is it, power?
Alchemy. He kind of comes closer. Life.
Okay, Gorilla Grodd's not going to be any use here. He's definitely going to kill us.
Oh, he's a bit smart then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he kind of gets, and as he gets closer,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of make out that his eyes don't look like animal eyes. They actually are, they have like the whites and the pupils and the irises that you would expect to see on a human being. They're just wider and crazier on this gorilla.
So he's...
So you've touched alchemy then?
I am the greatest alchemist there has ever been.
I mean, we can't see one way or the other, but he seems like bad news.
Guessing you weren't always like that then.
I have learned the secrets of alchemical lycanthropy! And he, like, charges you.
That's fine. Because we're amid the wreckage, right?
Right.
All right.
Can I see what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see he, like, has dropped into a 3-legged charge.
Okay.
One arm is coming up like it's gonna deliver a massive blow to Scott, and the other ones are guiding his movement towards Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Towards Finn.
Are we rolling initiative?
This would be initiative.
10.
A 10 on the die.
6.
Okay.
I go last. I'm sure of it.
Yes, you do.
I suspect
Well-
you don't go first either.
Ooh. It's okay.
Okay.
So he comes barreling up on you, Scott, and comes driving down with this fist attack at you.
Okay.
Tries to basically just beat into your armor.
I will. I will parry, but I'm also going to control the field.
Okay.
So when he comes in for the attack, I want to direct him over towards the wreckage.
Okay, so you're like gonna like parry and like try to redirect him into the actual wreckage. So you're like gonna try to like beat him up against the side of one of the train cars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to
So
spend a little
that
bit.
we'll make that two separate actions because that would be part of your redirect is part of your actual action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will let you use might to defend with in that case since you're doing a parry.
Okay.
Because you could use your might to cut back on that a bit.
Okay. I will spend effort.
Okay.
Ah. I take back all the awful things I said about you, little great eye.
What did you get?
Nat 20.
That's a good time to get a nat 20.
Right?
So you take no damage.
I get that effort back, too.
You do get
Yes,
all that
you
effort
do.
back. And I will go so far as to say that you are go ahead and take an asset on your redirect
Okay.
action. And go ahead and apply your nat 20 damage
Nat 20?
modifier to that redirect. Because that's just too cool.
Reroll
It
that.
must not have rolled well.
He followed it up with what only you could follow up a 20.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a
Oh,
one.
was it a 1? What?
It was a diff one, but it was not a one.
Okay.
It's a 2 or a 3 then.
It was a 3. That's better. That's a 14. With the assets, okay. Yeah. So 14 with plus the asset.
To 5.
Mhm.
All right. Boom! You like slam him into the train side for that redirect, and he takes how much damage? 3 then?
Well, he takes the
I mean,
after the 20 is a
redirect
4.
what, though? I mean,
Oh,
does that do damage normally?
normally I don't think it does damage. You're just kind of directing.
Right.
At this point, I'm
that's
basically.
why I was letting you do the 20. The
So
20
it's 4 for the 20
Okay, so
and
it
then
takes 4.
and then whatever an actual like body slam. I mean, that would be like an unarmed attack. I mean, it actually
Sure.
might be more,
So-
but that's
And
a 2.
You've got the
I've got the no need for weapons.
No need for weapons.
Okay.
So
it's-
my regular
So
hits
that's an
are
8.
basically a medium weapon.
So 10 total.
okay.
Or no. Sorry, 8.
8 total.
4 and 4.
4 and
I was thinking 6,
Right.
but that's heavy.
That's heavy. So I thought 8. So yeah, so you slam him into the side of it, and he grunts. You can see that his armor and his weight pretty much rock into the side of that car and dent it. And he comes down. He doesn't really look much worse for wear, but he looks really pissed off.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Okay, I'm going to use a cipher.
Okay.
This particular cipher that you'll be delighted to know that I picked out for myself gives me an extra edge to intellect for 1 hour.
Fair.
He
Sounds
is
like
never
free
gonna,
far step
he
to
is
me.
he is never gonna let me pick my own ciphers again. All right, and since I can't do anything else, I would like to stay on top of this where I have
Okay.
line of sight.
All right. So I'll let you kind of move closer on it if you want to keep your.
No, I have line of sight where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm already on top of the.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get any closer if I don't have to. I have all the best things from range. He's up there close and personal. He doesn't need me up there taking up space.
Okay.
I'm just going to kill it with my brain.
Mhm.
I do have a question. Actually, I should probably look it up. Is this considered medium or long distance for me?
For which power?
Anything?
You guys are probably in a short distance.
Okay, that's all I needed to know
Yeah.
because I just wanted to make sure everything would work. All right. It's his turn.
Right. So having rocked and been slammed up into the train side, he like kind of does a look around a little bit, takes things into account before trying to basically pile drive with both hands into your armor.
I think we should get XP for our discovery of everything, but that's just me. We're so screwed.
And so his first attack is to kind of go like this. The intrusion is for the fact that he takes a second attack almost as fast.
That's bad.
That is bad.
That's very bad. I think we're in trouble. I think you're in trouble.
So-
I'm fine.
So he kind of pile drives down, so you need to make a defense roll.
Might defense.
Or you can do speed defense. It's up to you. You want to try to do the like catching it thing again or parrying it, make it might. But if you're going to like try to dodge out of the way,
On the first one, I'm going to do just a basic might defense.
okay.
That is a 17. I'm going to hold on to that effort for the next one. Actually, no, it's a might defense. So, yeah. Since I'm going to do a speed, use the speed defense for the second one.
Okay. So you like take that one, and his foot lashes out and attempts to grab your armor.
This will be the speed defense.
Okay.
And this will also be another control the field.
Okay.
I want to put him on his back.
Okay.
Gonna be an effort there.
Well, I went through all mine last game. I mean, it just seems right.
15
Yay.
plus that effort.
Okay. So you manage to slide back, and he brings his foot down in front of you with a cloud of of
A whiff.
dirt. He whiffs in front of you.
He whiffs. Ooh. That wasn't too stinky. All right.
Do I get him on his back? or on his face.
You can attempt to put him on his back
because that's where I'm controlling the field for that one. Getting him where I want him.
Does control the field work with another action, or is it its own action? It should say. Usually, it'll say something like action.
Warrior.
Because I think that's actually a separate.
It could be. Explorer. Adapt. Warrior.
Oh, Lynette is here. Hi, Lynette.
Hi, Lynette.
It is an action.
Okay, so that would actually require.
Okay, so yeah. All right.
Which means on your turn you can attempt to do that.
Okay.
So is that what you want to do?
Conveniently enough, it is my turn.
Conveniently enough, it is your turn.
Yes. That is a 13 on the die.
And did you have any effort for that?
I think my effort is because I used the effort for the.
Yeah, so he doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
So you try to knock him on his back, and he kind of shuffles away from you, and so it's like a draw for that round. Neither one is.
Oh, whether or not I hit the target, I still maneuver it into the position I want within immediate range.
All right, that usually doesn't. Knock
it just means I don't do damage.
Right. So, I don't know that you can knock somebody on the back with that, but you could force them.
Push him backwards and into the tangle of cars.
Yeah, that would be legit. I would go for that. So you force him back further into the tangle of cars. And Monica.
I am now going to onslaught him with my brain with the
electricity.
Oh, well, yeah. And I get an automatic edge. Or not edge, automatic effort.
Because of your
right. Oh, actually, you know what? I misread that. It is actually edge, so it gives me +2 edge. So it's only going to cost me 1 to spend effort on that.
Okay.
Which is fine. But I rolled a 7, so I want to do that.
Okay.
12. So I don't know that 15, but it bypasses.
Effort.
Yeah, but I spent effort. Right.
So yeah, you fire off an arc of lightning, and it crackles down and strikes the metal armor of the gorilla alchemist.
Mm-hmm. So it does 2 intellect damage.
Oh, you're not doing lightning then?
No, I can't do lightning. I can only do my onslaught still looks like lightning. I'm just doing intellect rather than physical damage.
Okay.
Because he's already beaten him up.
So you're just going to go straight for his brain.
Yeah. I'm going to kill him with my mind.
Okay.
But I will probably far step over there here shortly and start laying on hands.
Okay.
Shark.
So
Evie's a shark.
Evie's a shark. Yes, she does. She has a really
Little
cute
land
little
shark.
nose.
So you throw your mental lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm. I know he knows
and
that
he staggers back and he glares up at you. You can see and he looks back at Scott again, gives out a primal roar and charges you.
Okay.
So he kind of forces his way forward, trying to get away from some of that tangle mess of train cars.
All right.
I'm gonna basically, because of the tangled mess positioning, he's a little bit slower than he was because he's in amongst all the debris. So go ahead and take an asset on this one.
Excellent. For this one, I'm going to do a speed defense.
Okay.
Basically let him charge past me, so that my follow-up action for my turn will be to yoink the Gatling gun off his back.
Okay.
It's a 15 on the die.
All right, so you dodge past him.
Okay. And my action do that. I'm gonna spend a little effort there. So it'll be. Should I be adding these +1s to my roll from the armor?
You get effort for might and speed, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember. We just have to remember that it's there.
Well, because mine says effort 3 for might defense, and then
for might defense,
might +1, speed +1.
Right, for acts of might and speed. So what are you hitting him? Are you hitting him?
This is probably more I'm grabbing for the Gatling gun since it's strapped to his back.
Yeah, so you go ahead and.
But is that a speed roll or a might roll?
You can do it as either one.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it as might. That's fine.
All right.
Because I expect it's strapped down. I have to pull it free.
Right. Or you could do it as speed and like try to get it unbuckled.
Yeah.
Or, maneuver it around on him.
So I'm not sure I'd have the dexterity with the power armor on to get it unbuckled.
Well, it gives you a +1 dex. So obviously you do.
I mean, you don't have a lot of manual dexterity, but these are not. It's not designed to be hard to manipulate. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're trying to pick a lock.
Gotcha. I'll stick with might for this one.
I was thinking more along the lines of somebody's got a backpack on, and you like twist them around, and you like get their arms out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that via speed.
Gotcha.
It's basically just manipulating the backpack around quickly and working it off.
It just changes which pool it comes from, really.
Right. Mm-hmm. And how we kind of narrate through how it happens. In this case, you're just basically pop the straps.
Yeah. So you said I had an asset?
Yep.
Okay. So 11 on the die plus an effort plus the asset.
Okay. So you pop the straps and the Gatling gun comes into your hands and he like staggers forward a little bit.
Okay.
My turn?
Momentum. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I far step. But I far step so that I'm behind him. Or is he currently facing away from Scott?
He's facing away from Scott.
Okay, then I don't do that yet. I will onslaught him again.
Yeah, because Scott kind of got him turned around and grabbed that thing off of his back, and the gorilla is facing you more or less.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the same. I don't want him to turn right around. I want to wait until he's facing Scott again. That is an 18 on the die to onslaught his brain.
Okay,
so it'll be 4 points of damage this time.
Right. No.
4 points of damage. Two for the power and 2 for the 18.
Okay, I said the 18 was a 3.
No, a 19 is a 3 and a 20 is a 4.
Right. I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Mathing. It's Friday night.
I have opinions about math.
They're all very strong.
So, yeah, you onslaught his brain, and he gives out a... Did you do that? And he, like, shakes his head. Kind of wheels around at Scott again and reaches for his back.
Oops.
And in that
That's
moment,
gonna be awkward.
In that moment, he's like... fangs bare, and he charges you with a bite.
Okay. Do a do a might defense, I think.
Okay.
He's coming at me with a bite. Let's just throw a knee into his teeth.
Okay.
So we'll get an automatic effort. It's a 16. So,
yeah. So you bring your knee up into his teeth, and he like kind of rocks back a little bit. You can see he's like, his eyes are all bloodshot. They're right up in your face. You can smell his breath, and it stinks.
All right, now I first step behind him because I can't do both things in one round.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to change up your action order a little bit, or are you happy with what you're doing?
Oh well, I mean, if Scott wants to take a hit, or dodge. I mean, I'm just gonna I have to touch him though to discharge shock. So.
What's the matter, Jojo? Did you lose your mojo?
Are you taking an action then?
So
You start
Oh,
cranking
well, now I definitely don't want to be behind him. Maybe I won't do that.
it.
I didn't think about that.
I know that you're going after me, so
Yeah, but I'm going to be there. I already it.
you're not
No,
there.
you're
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
not there yet.
Right. So
No, I just declared that as my last.
that's what you'll be doing, but that's not you haven't taken that action yet.
Right.
Because you mind shot him.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay. This is his. Yeah, but you guys just. He came
defended.
after you and defended, and now you're taking your action, and
He's
then
taking his action.
okay, that's fine. I
So-
understand. It's very
Crank, crank,
confusing.
crank, 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 crank. So that's a heavy weapon.
Yay!
Are you trained in heavy weapons?
I am.
He's a warrior. He should be.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I'm,
just
pra-
want to make,
I'm
I'm
practiced
not.
with all weapons.
okay,
I'm
I just
not,
want to make
but
sure
you
so you're
should be.
practiced in it, so you don't take any penalties for using a heavy weapon. That's all I needed to know.
19.
And the armor actually mitigates the penalty for attacking with a heavy weapon, so you don't have that -1.
Oh, because of the might and everything like that.
Right, so you don't have the penalty, the 1 point penalty on.
So you do 9 points of damage, assuming it's a
Nice.
heavy weapon, and you rolled a 19.
Yes. So you go, and from behind you can see bullets, spraying out from behind him, and they're coming out spraying blood. And he's like, "Argh!" He's still clearly coming at Scott, and he's just cranking it. What do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and just spend for resonance field.
What's that do?
Well, it's gonna mean that if someone tries to hit me, there's a chance they'll miss and take damage. But I figure before I go out there, I'm just going to go ahead and buff myself. Scott seems to be doing a pretty good job. Flim Flan Man here seems to be doing a pretty good job taking care of this on his own. I'm just watching. Well, I mean, he's shooting into
Resonance
space.
field and
He's shooting into the space I wanna be in, so I can't go out there now because my whole point was to basically sneak attack him.
well, you can get in there.
No, he's firing the Gatling gun into the space I want to stand
It's
in.
anime.
I'm not taking shots for that.
They won't hit you. It's anime.
What do I have bullet time too? I didn't realize that was part of
because you'll be using him as a shield,
my... Okay.
and you've got
It not only
armor,
has to go through the armor, it has to go through the gorilla too,
right,
and
it's
then
gotta
out,
get-
and then out the
At the
back of
back.
the armor.
right,
Oh,
and then it
all
has to hit your armor. The likelihood of it actually hurting you is pretty much nil.
Okay, well, now that I'm all buffed, next round I'll go out. If he hasn't been killed yet. Could you kill him for me so I don't have to get out there? I'm very comfortable here. This is just a really great show.
You should just while you're up here, you're like, resonance field, light up my cigarette.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here. Taking my 10.
I'm still in the middle of taking that 10. I told you that like 10,
like
20
5.5
ago.
minutes ago.
I'm not out of my 10-minute rest yet.
Could you make this go a little longer?
I should have offered him a banana.
I don't think he's hungry.
So he does another bloody
He
scream
might need
at
some
you.
potassium, but he's got plenty of iron.
He does this, he does this like blood speckled, spattered, bellow again, and tries to hit you and wrestle that gun away from you. He's basically trying to knock it off target. So he's like just taking he's going to take a might defense action this round and basically full defense against that weapon and kind of throw his weight into it.
I will.
Might defense in return
Okay, so you guys
to keep it aimed.
wrestle on the gun for a moment. So go ahead and give me a
It's an auto effort.
might roll.
That's not great.
Yeah, I only have 1 XP left too, so when I do this, I have to be really ready.
That's not great either. That's actually worse.
Well, you get the better of the two.
Well, that's fine.
It would be a 4 on the die.
That is terrible.
Right?
That is terrible.
So he gets the gun off course, and the shots just go wild this round.
Ah, shit! Now he is shooting at me.
No, they're still facing the wrong way
Oh, okay.
because his back's to you.
Who, Scott's back's to me?
No, the apes.
So he's shooting directly at me.
The ape's back is to you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, but it's actually.
I am speaking English,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is, but it's still like seriously off course.
Okay.
Because like if you're right behind him, the way he's gonna have to grab it, it's gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, it kind of, just for that anime effect, it kind of like rides up the train car a little bit, but doesn't quite make it to you as it goes off course.
You ass.
I'm gonna wrestle it back into place for my action.
Okay. Or try to.
I'm gonna try to.
Stop hitting your can.
I love the sound it makes, though.
Yes, but it's picking it up on the.
It's
on
okay. There are worse things to be. There are worse sounds.
The, okay.
So +1, so that's a 9 with an effort.
9 with an effort.
9 with an effort.
Not enough.
Fair enough.
And so the gun goes off and off course and fires everywhere. And Monica.
Okay, so now I come up on the side that it's not shooting. So I far step in.
Okay.
But just a little bit enough back that he doesn't. But I'll be able to close it. And,
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. So with the gun kind of wrestled down, he's going to continue to hold it off course and roars again in your face, trying to get it away from you even further. So go ahead and give me another one of those opposed rolls.
Staying with might defense for the auto effort. This might not be great.
It's a good thing to kind of keep.
So you banked all that XP expecting to use it for something,
Right. I almost
was not
bought
what you expected. I don't think.
I almost bought an extra edge when we started.
Yeah. I thought about
Probably
that.
just about you didn't.
Yeah. So 10 plus the auto effort.
Okay.
Sorry, 11.
11 plus the
10
auto
on,
effort.
10 on the die, or
Yeah.
11 on the die, rather.
Yeah.
So it still stays down towards the ground at this point, and he starts to grin.
Okay, so now it's my turn to punch him in the kidneys with my electrical bolt. He thinks he's so clever.
Right.
So I will get was it 4 automatic effort on might on the that's for might defense. So it's just one automatic effort.
Right.
All right, so 1 automatic might effort. I'm going to go ahead and spend a second one. And that doesn't cost me anything. So do I get an asset because he's surprised he doesn't expect it?
Sure.
Okay.
You're coming up in his blind spot. He's occupied with Scott.
Yeah, so so it's -3. Not on that. An 11 with 3 effort. So it is a 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Diff 6, you mean?
Diff 6, yeah.
I was like, 11. So Diff 6, you stab him.
I don't stab him. I just punch him,
Well,
and then the
electricity.
electric ball that's been in my hand discharges and does 6 points of damage
So,
between the hit, the punch, and the actual.
right. So the electricity seems to you hit him, and it seems to arc up over all of that plate armor.
Mhm, that's what I was hoping
And
for.
You smell burning fur as he convulses, and drops to the ground.
Hit him in the right over his back of his heart, where his shoulder blades were.
He drops to the ground and just sizzles.
You were taking too long.
Me? Oh, look at the big man fighting the monkey. I think I'll take my time. Oh, I just need a quick breather back here.
you want a cigarette? I mean, it was really nice.
Jesus, after that, I'm going to need some whiskey.
I think there's some back in that other car. Is he dead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me leave that up to you. He's incapacitated. Are we looking for him to be dead, or do you want him to be?
I don't know. I don't think he's going to answer any questions that we want in any way that we will be meaningful to us at this point.
He just wants power from the stone.
Right. No, he could be dead.
Okay.
We don't want to talk to him.
Okay.
He's just going to be someone we'll have to kill again later.
He's sort of a charred husk under armor.
Shoulder the gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice gun.
Pick him up by the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Start dragging him back.
Okay. As you drag him back, you notice that he kind of like shudders, and it seems to get light really fast, and then he falls out of the armor.
Oh, he did say lycanthropy.
Oh yeah, so
I thought he was kidding.
So he actually converted back to human. He's too small.
He is probably about 17 years old, and he appears that he may have had some sort of like, because he's no longer quite so charred and burny.
Okay.
But his legs and arms are abnormally thin.
So he's the 70-pound weakling.
Yeah.
Does he have any markings on him
He's
indicate
he's kind of almost not quite as tall, but he's almost as tall as the gorilla was, and he weighs probably less than you do.
So he's does he have alchemical markings on him or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I attempt to ID him?
Sure.
15, and I am skilled in IDing and understanding supernatural. Hey, the Charles Atlas program does work. Yeah, poor Grodd.
You get a good look at the markings, and there are a number of like black magic alchemy runes.
Okay.
Life runes that nobody in their right mind really uses, and it looks like there are a bunch of other markings that would be like animal markings.
Okay.
All
right. So are we going to keep dragging him back?
Basically, okay. At some point, he probably killed a gorilla
and like bound himself to it, or bound it.
It's very similar markings to what's on your armor, but
this guy was crazy.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, just a little. I call out to Kara. I don't know if she's close enough to hear us.
You call out.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Yeah,
I have someone for you to meet. Come on."
She's like, "Is the gorilla gone?"
Oh yeah, he's gone. I couldn't have been more happy that he was wearing metal plate. I was like, that was pretty much going to be the end of it. Yeah. All right.
The other thing you notice on the kid, though, before we get too far,
ciphers. I hope
he does have a couple of alchemical elixirs on him, which may or may not be ciphers.
Okay.
And he also has a pendant.
What does it look like?
It has it's basically like a gold disc, like a coin, but about 2 inches in diameter.
Okay.
And on one side is a handprint, and on the flip side is a star made out of swords or daggers.
So when you say handprint, it's a metal disc.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like an etched handprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Etched, or the way it was minted.
Okay.
It's shaped. It's not like sketched on. It's minted that way.
Oh, well, with a floor, I'm sure I've never seen that before. even with trained and understanding of supernatural.
And on the flip side, it's like I said, it's a star, like a 5-pointed star made out of swords or daggers,
Okay.
where each line is its own. So it's more than 5 weapons.
Oh, so it's like
Each
2.
line.
So it's like 2 and then 2 and okay.
With the blades coming to the points.
Actually, that is still 5.
I guess it would be. Yeah. Whatever it would take. I know.
It's late. It's late and math is hard tonight.
I hadn't counted the number of lines in my head. But yeah, each line.
Okay. All right. So when the girl comes out, so we pocket that. We'll have to figure out what that is later. I'm sure it'll be important in the next episode. When the little girl comes out, I tell her, what was Moneybags' name? Oh, I have it written down. I'm sorry.
Flannery.
Yeah, Colin Fairley.
Fairly.
So that guy admitted to us that he killed your dad. We can take him in and he can face justice. Or you can change your life forever and murder somebody in a revenge action. And while I don't recommend that,
She kind of looks at the train and everything else. He said it.
yeah, he said
the
it.
words.
Yes, he did.
We can take him for the law.
Okay. We're going to have a long ride.
Yeah.
I don't know. How far are we from the town? Or how far are we from the nearest town, I guess, is really the better question.
It's not very far from the wreck.
Okay.
It's in the direction of the wreckage.
Okay.
And you still have wreckage with potential.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clear all the cars off
We're not
or
going to
set them right.
No, now listen. We don't have time to do that. We have to get him back and all this other stuff and let them know that this is a problem. We aren't going to have time to do all this and give him time to get away. As it is, I'm afraid he might have already run for it.
No, we can tie him up.
Okay. I'm not getting paid to do that part.
So you head back that direction.
Yeah.
You can see footprints charging off into the dirt.
Where's the case?
It's on my back.
Okay.
I still have it.
Can't believe you took that into a fight.
Well, what was I going to do? Leave it here with him? Then it'd be gone. All right.
You probably wouldn't have gotten as far because he'd be dragging that case.
Well, that's true. He'd be a lot easier to find too, then, wouldn't he?
Right.
All right. Can we see him?
No, not easily.
Can I?
Actually, no. Scott can see him. He's got
Eagle
the eagle
eye.
eye.
Damn it! I could have first stepped if I could have seen him.
Well, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Okay.
He hasn't had that much.
I rolled a 16.
He hasn't had that much time to run.
I rolled a 16.
So you're like kind of looking, and off in the haze.
Well, and then he's over there, and
right
Look straight ahead.
in the haze of the heat on the dirt, you can see where there's this figure disappearing over one of the hills.
Okay, here, hold this. I first step, punch him in the head.
Okay. You can far step to the hill and then charge down on him.
Okay,
but,
I do that.
You won't actually be able to and be out of the far step. So there's a little crackle of lightning as you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I far step, and then when I get there, I load shock when I punch him, so that he is good and out.
Okay.
Screw this guy. Because I also know that he's enhanced.
Are you still carrying the?
No, I gave it to him. Are you kidding? I don't take that into combat.
Okay.
But he's also enhanced, so I don't really know
Right.
what that's going to be like. So I want to make sure that I knock him out good.
Okay.
Do we roll for that?
Yep. Go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. Let me roll for that again. 10. Well, it's a 10
That's enough
plus
to hit.
an effort for
And
the.
more than enough to hit.
All right.
So thunk, and you fire off the shock, and he's out.
I tie him up and drag him back. I probably have to carry him.
Do you far step back?
I can't carry him and far step back. That's like level 4. Level 2.
You know what? He is unconscious.
Uh-huh.
That's like gear.
Oh, well, okay. If you'll let me do that, then yeah, I far step back because it doesn't cost me anything.
We'll go with the cinematic look where you can, like, you know.
actually get out there. Where do you think you're going? All right. I guess we need to start walking back. We'll tie him up properly then when I get back, and we'll drag him back.
I mean, at this point, it's almost easier to just finish the trip.
The train has collapsed. I mean, there's no way to finish the trip. We have to walk back.
I said
Scott, while you're having that conversation, the chest starts to rumble.
I can't be.
Oh, Christ.
Light starts to come out from the seams of the chest, and the whole thing starts to, like, shake in the dirt.
Well, it only takes me like 3 rounds to get back.
Pop it.
You pop the lid. There's a flare of light that probably is like looking into the sun. It's this glaring blast of light, and energy rolls off of it. It's bright enough that it actually washes over you as you're turning around to grab the unconscious body right before leaping back.
Mm-hmm.
And as it washes over you, all of your wounds are healed.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
And you can actually hear murmurs from within the train. And then the crystal itself darkens. Not all the way like it's out, but like it's expent a great deal of power and is currently in like a recharge type mode.
I'm not sure what to do with this. I mean, it belongs
and
to
then
the
you
girl.
start hearing murmuring from within the train, people calling for help.
Oh, shit. You just had to make it so that we'd have to stay here and save everybody.
People who probably shouldn't have been alive and were not making noises a few minutes ago.
I know.
Set the kid up in the car with the trunk. You just hang out here.
It's probably got some furniture that we can set up and she can sit in. And I put him in the car and I tie him to a chair.
Oh, it better not be hatching. No more dragon babies.
No more dragon babies. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go help people.
All right. As you go help people, you start getting people out. You start ripping your way into some of these cars, and there are people who are pinned in places. They have like no wounds on them whatsoever, except for where they're pinned. And as you pull them out, they're more or less intact than you would have ever expected. As you pull people out, it looks like nearly everybody on the train survived. And the worst injuries are from the worst pin positions, at which point you've got serious bruising and some broken bones. Nothing worse.
Well, that stone is super awesome.
Right.
I don't know. We're going to have to... I don't know what we're going to do with Caro, because at this point everybody's going to want that. And her best bet might be to find a legitimate buyer and get some money for it.
I mean, you kind of run in those circles.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do when we get to town. Because she can't live out here by herself.
The other thing is you kind of like are like looking around and get everybody out, and everybody's like hanging around. Everybody, including yourselves and everybody else, there's sort of like this like really kind of like dark pall, even though everybody should have lived, and there's this like sense of euphoria from
You mean
survival.
died?
No, it's
everybody should have died. I was like,
despite the fact that there's like this euphoria. Of
Justice once rose. Everybody lives.
Other than the adrenaline rush from having survived something they shouldn't have, there's also this sort of like undercurrent of gloom, and it kind of impresses even on you guys.
Okay.
You feel like something terrible is about to happen.
I have a bad feeling about this. Well, the people who can start walking, we send walking.
Okay.
If it's not that far, then they can send help back. Although chances are they may have even seen the smoke.
It looks like you guys could probably right at least one of the passenger cars and set it and pull it. There's some rope and stuff, and you guys could probably pull the car or push it.
What do we look like, horses?
Is the engine completely unsalvageable?
Oh, it's toast.
He probably punched it good.
He's one of the few people who didn't make it back out either.
Oh, he didn't live.
The engineer.
Oh, the engineer. Oh.
Yeah. Actually, the gorilla guy, he's missing.
Oh, it's son of a bitch.
Once you start doing a head count, he's gone. His body's gone.
Damn it.
We still got the armor.
You do have the armor.
Yeah, but he'll be able to... Well, he might be able to make that again, because that wasn't actually where his magic was. Well, then, when we...
He'll have to pay someone to do that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out the best way to deal with this so that the next owner... Well, and I don't even know. I don't know. This feels weird. I don't think I feel like it would be right to leave that item with the girl. Because...
No, he'll be back.
It needs to be somewhere that can be, like, more defensive and stuff like that. More well defended. All right, so... Well, how many passenger cars were on this train?
It was like a 15-car train.
All right, so only the people who can't walk can ride back. Everybody else has to walk.
That's
okay. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Is that most everybody can walk, but those that can't walk, you can put in the.
We don't even have to write one of the. We don't even have to write one of the cars. We have one of the cars.
Well, you could use that. You clear all the other ones out and use that car.
Yeah.
Cut the caboose loose so you don't have to haul.
The caboose was like gone.
Oh, that's true.
Because it was like miles back.
That was ages ago.
That was last week.
That was ages ago.
Yes.
So yeah, you've got one car that's already upright. You just have to get the other ones off the track out of its way.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll return to the town, or we'll go on to the next town. And turn this guy over to the authorities. Check his car to see if there's any treasure in it, because I don't think we're going to get paid the second half of our. I don't think we're going to get paid for the second half of our contract. Yeah, not when we turn him over. He's never going to pay us again. He's not going to go for that.
No. But he does pay you the first half.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He had to do that up front.
Just take it.
Yeah, we just took it. So if he's got anything good worth having, we also take that because...
Okay.
Plus his boys.
His boys are dead.
I know.
What about them?
Take what's on their bodies.
Oh, yeah. It's not important that we know what that is right now.
We'll deal with that when we get there.
Okay. All right.
So, you guys... load up all that stuff into the car. Make sure you can claim that for yourself, and you start heading back. Weird thing.
Okay.
As you guys kind of head back, Scott, as you kind of play it all over in your mind, runes are what with light source. And a few of them are actually, they are still like burned into your retina. This like hazy purple couple of sigils. And they're kind of bothering you. I mean, beyond the fact that they're like there in your way to see. With alchemy, you have to use power to change things from one thing to another, and that's an exchange. If you're fueling a major transformation, there's usually a price to be paid. And to bring so many people back from the dead and heal everybody, there's an enormous amount of power exchange there. And you're not certain where it came from. Sure, the stone had some, but it had to yank power from somewhere else or borrow against it somehow. And the things that you're seeing kind of floating in front of your eyes aren't enough to put together what happened, but it's frustrating because you just feel like it doesn't bode well. Like there is something really bad in the near horizon.
When we stop, I will acquire pencil and paper.
Okay.
And kind of jot down the runes.
The ones that you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are kind of floating in front of your eyes.
Yep.
Okay.
What are these?
They look like runes.
Well, yeah.
All right. I'm assuming that at this point we've been able to rest a little bit before. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna.
At this point, you could have your 10-minute rest.
Okay.
It would have probably happened. Well, actually, you would have been healed up anyways.
Oh, it healed up all of our. It healed up all of our pools.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's even better.
It refreshed all your pools.
All right. I don't know. They look like runes to me. I will spend an effort on it though. 18 on the die. I'm skilled, or trained, and an effort. So 18 plus 2 levels.
Something about fate and destiny.
I don't know, something about fate and destiny. Where'd you get these from?
Off the stone.
Well, something I don't understand is why the stone healed everybody. I mean, it doesn't have any runes or anything on it now, right?
Currently, no.
Like, if it's an artifact, then all it ever does is heal. But that seems like an odd thing for it to do automatically. Like, nobody activated it.
I mean, unless it's something that just kind of keeps accumulating power until it has to discharge.
Yeah, but
or if there's some kind of an event that has to happen to trigger it.
Like it senses a bunch of people dying and then it heals them? I don't know.
Well, it could be something along those lines. And I'm going to give you some discovery.
Well, that's good, because we don't have any XP.
XP for discovery.
XP for discovery. Alright.
Actually, I will even call that, when interrupted, an intrusion.
Wow, we got 2 XP. Wow, so I'm rich. Alright, so we turn Colin over to the local authorities.
Okay.
Kara, do you have any family other than your dad? Like an aunt, cousin, grandma?
I have an aunt back east.
All right.
Back where we were.
I know. Well, here's the problem.
Or further east.
No.
Further east.
Like we're in like the middle. We're like in the Midwest, west, and her aunt's back east. Is there any town nearby where I would know somebody who might be interested in purchasing this item that I feel would be.
It's kind of a little disturbing to have you. Who do you trust this with?
Well, that's kind of the thing. I mean,
you're not even 100% certain what it does.
Well,
you know what it has done.
Well, ideally, it would be like a university or whatever passes for like alchemical training.
There is a, you know that there's a hospital not too far away, and there is there's actually like a university, but it's back in the civilized East.
Well, if we have to, I mean, my goal was to find somewhere where we could get her paid for this and then send her back east. But if we have to go back east, then she could go with us and we could take her back.
Yeah, but there is a hospital not too far away. They would pay for it.
I know, but if we have no way of knowing if this is all it does, and that's not really, I mean, it could.
Well, I'm just giving you options.
And honestly, I mean, we don't want to give them a thing that heals everybody if it means it's pulling life from the rest of the town.
Right. That's kind of my thought. I would rather it actually went to a research facility of some kind rather than a healing.
Right. So as you're having this discussion and heading back, you find a dead coyote.
Well, coyotes die all the time. Unless its head's crushed.
You see it,
and
you look at it.
I will use wilderness survival.
Okay.
Its soul was sucked out of it because that thing went off.
I know.
Okay, just checking.
I don't know if my 10 on the die will tell me that.
Well, Plus, I'm trying to tell him that I'm used to see.
It looks like a bunch of its bones have been broken.
Ooh.
No other injuries. And it looks like it was like trotting along, looking at the trails.
And it just went
and it just like and got twisted up and mangled.
Oh, there's probably a bunch of dead animals out there that look like that. Yeah. This is definitely something that we can't send to the hospital because people be dying outside. Oh, sorry. So we'll head back east, I guess. I know you don't want to go back east, but yeah.
There are no birds circling.
One.
Yeah, but you would expect to see vultures.
Right.
No, they're all twisted and mangled, I'm sure, somewhere outside of our field of view. So, what does it take us? A couple hours to get back to the next town?
Well, how many of these kind of things do we find?
You only find a couple of spots where you see things that are kind of like that, but again, you're going mostly along that train line, and so you're cutting a pretty narrow path.
Right. My guess is it's a diameter out from where we were.
Something we could do if you want to make the couple extra coin. If we find them like this, we could skin them, sell the pelts.
Well, by all means, knock yourself out. I'll keep pulling and.
So you dress it and haul off the skins. You get a couple of those. But again, it's a fairly narrow path that you're taking, and it is one that, because of the nature of the beast, a lot of animals kind of don't seem to be congregating in that particular vicinity, and so you don't see a lot of that kind of trouble. But you do come across a bear at one point.
He looks like he's been crushed.
Charred and crushed.
I wonder who that was.
I don't know. I'm sure some of them were charred.
All right, so you walk into town.
Are the other people like following behind us, or are we slower than them?
Well, you're kind of like pulling them in, pulling the
We're only
cars,
pulling the one car.
and
We
the
can't
people
pull
are
more.
huddling near you. They're
Okay.
not moving any faster than you. They're like hugging to the car. Some people are like pushing it a little bit and helping, but mostly everybody's just kind of like hanging near you guys because you're in the power armor and they've seen horrible things today.
No, they haven't. They all died. They didn't see anything.
That's horrible things.
Okay. Okay.
Some of them actually did see something horrible because they saw what attacked the train.
Oh, that's true. He was pretty horrible. All right, so we get back to town. We let the
Right, so as you approach town,
oh dear.
you guys head in and you walk into town.
This can't be good.
And as you walk into town, the one of the townsfolk like sees you guys pulling up towards the train station. He's there in his like trainman's uniform and his little watch, and he like waves and walks to you, and suddenly his head whips around to the side and he just crumbles.
Yes,
Oh, it's still pulling.
Yep. This is bad. We gotta stop.
We gotta take this thing out into the
And
wild.
somebody comes running up towards the injured guy from your group, like, oh my god, what happened? And a couple of other people, and you can see as they get closer, the people near them, one of them catches fire and falls, and another one's leg twists out from underneath him, and his head just drops off of his shoulders, wrenched off.
Yeah, let's take this to
Grab the
Becca.
case, take it out into the
You
The
kind of
wild
like
area.
pull the case back further. As people approach the other people, they seem to like have whatever accents.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of screaming at
Yeah,
this
there's
point.
at this point it's like screaming. People are like running away. Several people from your group have screamed and gone running into town, which is causing more screaming.
I'll take the box and far step as far back as I can.
Okay, and the screaming continues from in town.
Oh, okay, it's too late. It
Oh,
must
it's
be the
attached to
people.
'em.
Okay. Yeah. This is going to be bad. It's too late now. I mean, we really can't stop them from going into town.
No.
I don't know how many people there are, but yeah, this is bad. Not my problem. I'm just kidding. I did what I was
Do you
paid
want
to
to try to
do.
wrangle people? Try to corral your people back?
We kind of have to.
Yeah. Right, you lot stay here. Do not move from the train.
All right, so go ahead and give me a intellect roll. Basically, you're going to try to corral everybody, and you're trying to be social and get your voices loud enough that you can be heard, and get everybody calmed down and back them away from town. Did you roll a 1 or a nat 20?
That 20,
That's good because
which is
we aren't
good because I have an inability in socializing.
Me too.
Do you both have an inability
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah, it's because I'm weird.
Mystic.
And he's exile.
Right. So you do manage to get everybody kind of like toned back, and you get them kind of pushed back from the crisis situation, and
We're gonna need to like find a herd or something. I mean, we have to find living things that we can legitimately sacrifice. I don't know who we can talk to.
We're just gonna have to lead people off into the wilderness for a little bit.
That's what it looks like.
When I saw the coyote, I was kind of hoping it would also do vegetation.
Yeah, I know we didn't go very far. I was hoping that it actually had already paid its price rather than storing it until we got closer. All right. I don't know. Anybody in the area looks like they have a farm of chickens or something. I mean, those are probably the least reasonably valuable. We head back. How many people do we have with us? I mean, you said there were 15 cars, but I mean, how many people were really?
And there's probably about 50.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We walk out. We go on a walk. We're probably exhausted by now.
Yeah. A long walk.
The good news is that we can sleep wherever we want because anything that comes up near us is likely to die. Let's go find some bandits.
I like where your head's at.
Excuse me. Do you know where any bandits are?
Where are the other bad guys?
Did Boss Man's 2 buddies get back up?
Yeah.
Oh, we tied them up too then.
Yeah, I figured you probably did.
Once we get everybody like returned to wherever it is there anybody alive within the range of our voices that aren't hurt?
You mean like townsfolk?
Yeah. Can they get close enough to hear us, but not?
Yeah, and they keep guns trained on you at this point.
Okay. While he's actually rocking that 20, tell them that we have some people we need to turn in, but we have to take care of a curse first, or something that we have some people who are afflicted. We know how to fix it.
I'm probably actually the best one to go up too because I didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I only got hurt a little bit, so. But I used a lot of my intellect, but it refreshed my pulse.
All right, fellas. Gonna need you to keep your distance for a bit.
So you close on them at all?
Just a little. Just
arms out.
Okay.
Gonna need you to keep your distance for a bit. Something crazy happened to the train.
We saw the smoke.
You didn't see the half of it. A bit of a curse to work out first.
Like, you don't think.
Yeah, actually we do, but we'll be back.
You probably got some dead or injured to be tending to. If the sound was any indication.
Nod, like, yep. But we're not getting any closer.
Yeah, no, not right now. We'll be back.
No, we're not getting any closer to the dead. Last person to approach one of them.
That's because they approached.
Turns a little green and
That's because you approached us, not the dead. We're gonna back out.
Wait. Someone died out there. Someone else got close to that body.
He nods his head.
I thought one of our people ran into town.
They did. And then you've kind of corralled them back. And as they were like checking on some of their other dead, somebody dropped dead going to check on one of those.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that. We're going to have to... We have to work this out and get that all managed, and then we'll have to come back. You know, there's no other way to handle this. We're going to have to go.
And you're like, can you go collect the dead?
Yeah, we can go collect the dead. Make sure there's nobody in the area.
Okay.
I'm tired of carrying people around.
All right. So you go collect those bodies, bring them back to your group.
Join the military, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You'll get to see far-off places. You'll get to meet new people. You'll get to make a lot of money. Then you get to carry around dead people who die because some crazy ass stone explodes, and you smell like a horse because you've been walking all day, and
What's wrong with smelling like a horse?
there's a lot wrong with smelling like a horse right now. I like my horse, but I need a bath. All right, collect the dead. Head back. I don't know what we're going to do with these injured people. I'm not dragging this thing back out but I guess we don't have a choice. We drag the car back out.
Okay.
Tie the ropes on the front to the back.
Drag it back the other way a bit.
Yeah.
King, go catch some small animals.
Yeah, or something. Can he find, I don't know.
He's still a bird.
It brings back some animals.
Well, I don't mean that. I just mean, yeah, but they'll be dead. Well, some of them might be dead. Can he find us, like, I don't know, a flock of wild geese? I don't know. Something.
He can
He's
bring
like-
them back one at a time.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
he spends.
We're going to get hungry very soon.
Well, the bright side,
Because we're going to have little dead animals. That's awesome.
So yeah. You do get a sense that not too far away is a pasture with some cows. But he spends a lot of time bringing back small animals that don't survive for very long. He gets them fairly close, and
He keeps dropping dead animals on
Yep.
us.
thunk and thunk.
I mean, if that's what it takes to clear out the curse,
I know, but how many days are we going to do this?
I'll see if I can get some of the cows to
Well,
follow.
and that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to do something else. We're going to have to go.
All right, so you guys
bigger.
going to try to go collect the cows. When you guys approach, the cows are fine.
Okay.
One of the cows looks a little winded as Monica gets close, but other than that, the herd's a little lethargic after you kind of corral them all up.
Well, we don't corral all of them up. I
I
mean,
mean, or round up the ones that you can.
I don't want to like kill all of somebody's herd, but I would say at least 5 or so just to see. I'm hoping that the bigger the creature, the more damage they can take. Mice are only going to be able to pay for
Bleed
part
off
of
a little
yeah.
bit.
Well, come on, Dad.
Okay.
Follow me.
So you lead the cows out because you talk to animals, and that's easy for you. And you get them fairly close to the group, and legs buckle, heads twist, and basically the cows all convulse and die.
Well, at least we have enough food for dinner tonight.
Steaks.
And now you have beef.
And we have beef. It's what's for dinner.
But you also know something. There are 3 of you that can approach town.
Oh,
That's kind of what I counted on.
4 of you,
the
but
2
one
of
of
us
them
and
is
the girl.
tied up.
right. I mean, well, the little girl didn't get hurt, did
Right,
she?
No.
And
She got a couple of scrapes from being, rolled about as you
Right.
saved her, but beyond that, nothing major.
all right. So once we get everybody kind of set up for the night, which I'm sure it's rather late now, I think maybe we'll wait until go back into town in the morning because it's probably rather late now.
Good spot for a break.
Yes, it's
And
a good
it's
time for
s-
bake because it's 11
11
o'clock.
So we will be back.
I'm Monica Marlowe.
I'm Andrew Marlowe.
I'm the idiot that talks to horses.
Yes, and this was Marlowe House Presents. We'll be back, though, for those of you watching us live, and otherwise, go to the next episode if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yep.